Welcome to Roo Sports. In this video, we're going to go over how to hit an effective slice in pickleball. So even if you already do hit the ball with some underspin, stay with us because I guarantee you're going to get a couple nuggets that are going to help you utilize the same slice you have, or even more likely learn how to hit a really good slice or improve on your slice already. The very first thing that we have to note when we're hitting a slice is we're kind of actually being a little bit of a human golf club, if you will. We're hitting from high to low, and we're basically contacting the ball with the leading bottom edge. And so this is where we're the human golf club. By hitting with the leading bottom edge, it causes the ball to have a little bit of natural lift and a little bit of the natural backspin, especially when you're using a good carbon fiber face paddle like our Roo Sports paddles. That gives you more time with the ball on the paddle. It absorbs some of the energy and lets you turn it into spin that way. That's why they're a little bit grittier. But at the same time, no matter what paddle you're using, you're going to want to lead with the bottom edge and have a little bit of a high to low. So there's a big tendency to try to get really wristy with it. Now, this is one of the reasons why this video was so highly requested, which, by the way, if you have any other requests for videos, let us know. We'll make them happen for you. But leading with the bottom edge is why we're the human golf club. I mean, when you hit a shot in golf, we have that natural loft of the club when we choose the right club, right? But we don't hit it and lift it. That's actually how we hit it really thin or chunk the heck out of it. We have to make sure we naturally finish through it and let the loft do its job. So when we get that natural loft, we're going to turn the paddle, so we're going to hold it continental. And we're basically just going to open the bottom edge a little bit. So just having a little bit of lift. So if the ball was to just hit my paddle, it naturally goes up a little bit already. That's gonna help us hit some effective slice, because if we keep this too flat, obviously we're not gonna be able to get under the ball, and we're not gonna be able to do a little bit of a high to low motion. So by doing this high to low motion, we can hit through the ball without having to be really wristy. So this is wristy. It had more spin, sure, on that one, but you even heard it, I mishit it. Very unlikely that I'm gonna be able to do that enough times to get my opponent to miss. And again, no matter how much wacky spin you put on the ball, your opponent is likely to get it. So you have to make sure that it's something that you can repeat. You have to have a very repeatable process in order to be able to do this enough times to win matches with it. So just remember that if you're utilizing this slice, we can use this to keep someone back like this. If the ball happens to bounce in front of us, we can do this to keep someone back. We can obviously do this on a cross-court dink at the same time too. So notice I'm still, just like our other videos, leading with my shoulder. I'm following through, but I'm not taking a big old backswing. There's no reason to. I don't need that much power. The court is not that big in pickleball. So short backswing and hitting it through. Even if I do this on a forehand, same thing, I'm gonna lay it open just a little bit, and we're just gonna go ahead and with the leading bottom edge, just carve through this way. So like you've even heard Tyson say, we're talking about going from 3 to 9 here. We're staying above water, if you will, like he'll talk about in his slice videos. Great videos, by the way, on those, is how to push through the slice. We're not going down. It's just a nice cut through, just leading with that bottom edge. So on the opposite, if we're gonna get a little topspin, we're gonna turn the wrist over a little bit so the palm goes a little bit down, and then with a high to low motion, we'll come this way. So slice just being the opposite. But if we're trying to hit a natural slice, we can use this as an effective return. So a good return, again, we want the return to land deep, so our opponent has to hit a third shot from as far back as possible with the highest likelihood of leaving this ball high for us or putting it into the net. So if we hit this, we're just gonna leave the bottom edge and push on through. Then we follow it up to the net, and then we can proceed from here. So if you find yourself at the kitchen line and you're really trying to keep people back and you're hitting these and you're rolling these volleys, but they're getting all of these. They're getting all of these volleys here because they're used to the topspin. That's what's most common. That's when we can utilize this slice instead. Instead of leading with the top edge, we can lead with the bottom edge and just give them a different spin. So when we effectively slice the ball, it essentially starts to put some topspin on it for the opponent. So one of the downsides is if they have a really good topspin drive, if you slice this thing to them, you actually gave them free topspin. There's a chance that they're gonna rip this thing back on you. But there's also a very good chance if they've gotten used to either just a pushed volley or a rolled volley, that they got used to either a lack of spin or the topspin, and this slice will come in a little bit slower, it'll stay a little bit lower, and then that spin is gonna wanna make their ball go down into the ground and down into the net. So it's a very good thing to mix into if you're keeping someone back at the baseline, to then throw in a slice instead. So again, I just pushed through. I stayed above the net the entire time with my paddle. And so ball here, leading edge, so it's slightly pitched open like a golf club, and then just staying above the net here and pushing through the ball. It's all shoulder. I'm not getting wristy. Shoulders coming through. My weight is on my front foot. So we're not transferring our weight while we hit it. That's what we would do if we needed more power, needed to give it more oomph. But again, court's not that big. So we load our weight on our front leg, get nice and balanced, and then just extend that shoulder nice and through. And that's going to give the consistent contact to give that slice the height and the depth that we need in order to make this work this way. So thanks again for tuning into Brew Sports and watching our video. We really appreciate you being here. Again, it's made possible by your support and love for our brand of our paddles. Also for giving my office a call, again, a full-time advisor with Edward Jones. That's how I discovered pickleball. Clients of mine said, hey, if you love tennis, come check out this thing called pickleball. I said, pickle what? And have not turned back since, and have been very thankful that our pickleball family has basically been our biggest client base at the same time too. So I want to give back by providing a free second opinion, especially during market volatility like this. There's really no reason for your questions to go unanswered. My direct line to my office number is below. We can chat about any questions that you have. So thanks again for tuning in. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell below. Check this video or this video out next if you want to keep rolling. And again, if you have any topics in mind that you want to see more of, let us know and we'll make them happen for you. So thanks for hopping on in.